New York, LA, San Francisco, other cities as well, but why are there so many homeless people now in these big cities, Christine?
Well, look, every city has its own dynamic, but at the base of everything, I believe, is that housing has become unaffordable, certainly in New York and across the country. The majority of the housing stock is incredibly expensive and out of reach of folks who are making just above minimum wage, say, then you're going to end up with people who don't have someplace they can live. Two, and this isn't a bad thing, though this is going to sound convoluted, we've done a lot of work as a country and a society over the past few decades around domestic violence, sending out a message that if you leave the batterer, you will be supported. There are places for you to go. And survivors are hearing that message and leaving. And that is creating a big, at times, the leading reason people enter family shelter. And we don't want that to stop because we want people to leave. And we want to then help them get stabilized and get housing. But we need to, if we really want to end this crisis, we need to either or both develop more housing that's affordable to very low income people and put programs in place like housing vouchers that pay for part of the rent that will get people out of shelter. It isn't. We think it's a disease we can't cure, that it's some type of, rare blood cancer we don't know the answer to. No, it's really not that complicated. People don't have homes, we got to get them homes.
Right, and is that the same issue, Christine, the people who are in shelters versus the people who are living on the streets? I mean, because, you'd say that to people, and maybe this is more LA and San Francisco.
No, that's an
these
issue in
people
New
don't
York.
want to, they don't want to go, you've heard this, they don't want to leave the streets and go into the shelters.
So the street population, which is always smaller than the population in shelter, there is a level of mental illness among that population. There's no question about that. Now, that said, when you do well-funded street outreach, you can get people to come in, but you need to make sure the shelters they come into have the services they need, because if they don't, they'll leave and they won't come back. Will there always be some smaller subset that won't go in? Yes. But if you do outreach, and really the first time you talk to somebody, unlikely they're going to come in. It takes repeats, it takes consistency. If we have groups that do that, it will bring people in.